This painting is an experiment in using bold marks and lots of layers using different materials, such as pastel pencils, markers, and acrylic paint to build up the layers. My goal with this painting is to be more bold and expressive using abstract mixed media techniques, but still ending up with a realistic portrait at the end. It might sound simple, but I struggle with this. I tend to paint over all the layers that I create at the start. And by building up these layers using acrylic paint and different materials at the start, this is how depth is created, making a more interesting and colourful painting. I used warm colours for the face to appear closer to the viewer. For the flesh tones and light, I used cadmium orange deep, burnt umber and white, plus a little bit of vermilion red in the pinker areas. In the shadows, I used these colours, plus alizarin crimson and ultramarine blue to darken. I started painting the face in acrylic paint, and at this stage I'm getting frustrated by the speed in which the acrylic paint dries. Don't get me wrong, I like the quick drying effect of the acrylic paint as it allows the layers to dry faster. But when I'm trying to blend the face, it can take me a while to get it right, and in that time, the acrylic paint will be dry. I want to make more interesting marks in acrylic materials, because once I start oils, I'm done with acrylics, because you should never paint acrylics on top of oils. I've used purples, turquoise and crimson in the background. These colours are cool and recede, always keeping in mind a colour scheme that is harmonious. Adding watered down acrylic as a glaze for the background to slightly blend it all together, while still allowing the layers underneath to show. Working on corrections on the face in acrylics before I'm ready to move on to the final layers in oils. I feel oils are more vibrant and easier to work with due to the longer drying times, but I'm loving the blocking in with acrylics lately. This week I received these acrylic inks to explore. Not super expensive or the best quality, but I just wanted to experiment with inks and also neon colours to add more vibrancy to my pieces. I especially love the red, orange, pink and yellow. It's fun to play with different art materials, allowing the creative energy to flow. I also got these acrylic paints in the fluoro colours. I love how they create a glowing effect in the background. How did I manage to make myself look so tired and sad? Although an air of melancholy suits this video. This portrait reminds me of what my face looks like when I'm painting. The main purpose for this painting was to work on lighting, so I used myself as the model in order to have more control over the light source, which is important in portraiture. I believe a face that has a shadow cast from a single light source is a lot easier to paint, rather than a face lit from the front where no shadows will be cast, as this can make the painting look flat. Be aware of this when choosing your reference photo, or better yet, take your own photo of yourself or a friend and make sure to use a single light source, either a lamp, from above or from the side of the face. Oh no, this is where it started
going wrong, and the perfectionist in me
took over and overworked it, creating a work of mud. At this point, it also
stopped being fun. I spent hours on this, like a little pig playing in mud. So frustrating. Now I see a muddy, overworked painting staring back at me. At the beginning of this painting, I had intentions of creating bold brushstrokes, mixed media layering techniques. And now, looking back, my goal should have just been, don't fuck it up. When that perfectionist monster starts to creep in, I should probably stop painting. But with every unsuccessful painting, there is many lessons to be learnt. Mostly, what not to do. For me, the main lesson is, it doesn't have to look exactly like the reference photo, and try not to overblend. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfection can be dull. And maybe it's not in me to want to paint photorealism, because I love playing with art materials, bold marks, drips, mixed media, crisp and clean colours, luminous glazes, a bit of chaos and a bit of control. That's why lately I've been using acrylic mixed media underneath the oils. I do love to create abstract art because it's fun, but I also have to see a realistic image amongst all of that. Usually a human face in that little art space. So after I stopped painting, I made this little study in about an hour of me with a light source from above. It's definitely not perfect, but it was fun. Stay tuned for my next video. It will probably be me working more on this painting, and hopefully I don't fuck it up. Thanks for watching.